I live in the woods. I also live next to 2 petroleum gas pipelines, and every spring they mow. Broom sedge is a native grass. Its presence indicates poor soil quality, low pH, low phosphorus, sometimes even low potash. It grows abundantly on the pipeline. It's a very tough plant. I learned how to make pine needle baskets from a woman named Nancy Basket. I went to live with her for a few weeks as a child. Her work centers around finding what is abundant and using it, harvesting abundant and invasive plants. She uses these materials to teach adults and children. My first basket with her was a biscuit made of broom sedge. Nancy also works a lot with kudzu, the vine that ate the South. It's abundant and invasive. I have a good patch within walking distance. This patch is full of old trash and glass bottles and tires. The plants in the trash live together. They can't break each other down, but they live together. Kudzu climbs the trees. It's stretching for the light. Privet is another invasive plant that grows here. These are some very strong plants. Some folks weave fabric with the long fibers of kudzu. The roots can be processed into a starchy flour. The vines can be split into weavers for weaving baskets. Once you've pulled it down, the vines can be coiled up easily to carry. I carried the kudzu and the privet through the woods, up the pipeline, down the pipeline, through the woods again, all the way back home. Preparing the vines means removing all of the leaves and trimming any small branches. Then coil them back up. For dinner, I sautéed the kudzu leaves. They're very tender for such a tough plant. I know the mowers will be here soon, so as the basket grew, I started incorporating more kudzu. The vines can be split easily. Small vines undo like a zipper. Big vines stick together more. But all it takes is shears, and then pull. The vines get split down into pieces small enough to stitch. As I sew and coil, the basket grows slowly. The original spiral of the kudzu never leaves the basket. It won't lay down straight, but it will coil together. The layers build, and the basket grows. Nancy calls the loops that start a free-form weaving McDonald's arches. Kudzu loves this way of weaving, relying on tension, over, under, weaving in loops and arches. Wild weaving transitions back to the coils of stitching, and the basket grows. I sit with the basket and stitch and listen. I sit with the woods and listen and stitch, and the basket keeps growing until it's done. Baskets like this are, by nature, crooked and lopsided, but very tough, just like kudzu and sedgegrass. The pipeline's been mowed. All the rest of the sedgegrass chopped up, but its seeds have already scattered, and it will be back. To make the straps as strong as the basket, I cardweave. You tie yourself to trees and spikes and nails. The tension of the weaving is controlled by you. You lean in or away, and each pass of your shuttle makes the edges, either wiggly or straight. 8 turns forward, 8 turns back. Count them in your head, and you'll make the pattern. You keep turning, forward, 8, back, 8, forward, 8, back, 8, weaving along until you've reached the end of the warp. And then you have a very tough strap. The strap gets wrapped tightly around the top and bottom of the pack, then stitched with strong thread. This is a raveled sweater that was taken apart, then dyed with black walnut holes. Very soft and very strong. The weaving sticks are privet from the kudzu patch. They grow among the trash, but very straight as they search for light. Over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under. A strong and soft strap. And then it's sewn and stitched. Edges are hemmed, and the basket is together. I now live in the woods with a very tough basket.
Men are fools, men are frail. Give them the rope and they'll hang themselves.